always make it a little bit interesting every time. So whatever happened last year, it's not going to be the same this year. So that's why it's a surprise event. And that surprise event, it's even surprised me. We already worked it out, I suppose this morning or yesterday we did a bit of work here. So we have some interesting things are going to happen. But first of all, of course, we need people to come in. We've got another sort of 10 minutes before people are expected to come in. A few of those are coming in from the community hall, which is wonderful. So that community hall, this is much more comfortable here, I reckon. It's carpeted and it's better sound, and it also can be recorded. So your great wisdom and kindness and compassion can be spread all over the world. Is that a good idea? Okay. But the other thing I always say, the reason why we started these New Year's Eve events was to make sure that people had some place to go on a New Year's Eve. People have complained to me when I first came here. They have their friends, they have their work colleagues, would always invite them to go to a party somewhere. And their parties would always have alcohol. And they said they didn't want to go to a party and almost be forced to take alcohol. But nevertheless, they just did want to go somewhere on New Year's Eve. So the obvious solution was making sure we have a party here, a party without alcohol. And you can still have just as much fun. And then when you do have so much fun, I always like to ask people, when you go home after the event is finished, please try and find a police car so you can pass them, and they'll always stop you. And when you find a police car and they stop you, and then they ask you, where have you been? So I've been to a party. Have you been drinking? Yes. Water, orange juice, tea. And when they take your alcohol level in the blood, it's a wonderful experience to see the policeman's face when they test your alcohol level on the first day of the year at 12:30 in the morning, and they find it's total zero. So anyhow, it's worth driving around a bit longer, a long way round, and see if you can find a policeman, because that's really cool. Of course, if you tell them you've been to Ajahn Brahm's party, I think they know by now, so they say, oh, go on. They won't even test you. But of course, I think you also know those stories which I tell about when people have problems because they get talked into drinking alcohol on New Year's Eve. And, okay, I'm sure you must have remembered this or heard it before. That was the time the man went to a party, and at the party did drink some alcohol, and on the way home he decided to drive his car home instead of taking a taxi, because sometimes the taxis were so busy and took a long time to arrive. So he took his own car home, and he got stopped in a road traffic block by the police. They were testing everybody for alcohol. So he knew he was done for. Anyone who does a U-turn, that's an admission of guilt. So he waited in line. When it was his turn to be tested, they did ask him in those days, can you please step outside your car? So he stepped outside his car. He was staggering a bit because he was a bit drunk. And just before they put the breathalyzer tube in his mouth, there was a sound of crash. That's not really a crash sound. Is that a crash sound? Where's Eddie? He's got lots of drums and stuff. Anyway, it's the sound of a car crash. One of the cars going slightly too fast had got into the rear end of another car. And so what happened? The policeman said it's more important that I check up on this road traffic accident rather than check your alcohol level. He said, get in your car and go home. He thought he was so lucky He came within a couple of seconds of getting caught. But of course, the story isn't over yet. The next morning, he was woken up by someone ringing his doorbell again and again. They wouldn't give up ringing his doorbell. So he went to check who it was. And who it was were two policemen. And first of all, he was scared. But then he thought, well, I'm not driving now. They can't do anything. And so the policeman just said, "Sir, would you mind if we look at your garage?" He said, "No, there's nothing in my garage, it's my car." So he went over to his garage. He was still wearing his dressing gown. And he's still got a bit of a hangover. But his hangover disappeared immediately once he opened the door of the garage. Because in the garage, it wasn't his car. There was a police car. He'd been so drunk, when they said, "Sir, get in your car and go home," he got in the wrong car. Got in one of theirs. And then there's this one monk over in Melbourne. I remember talking to his father, and his father was a policeman. He said, "Yeah, that happens. They get in the wrong car, when they get stopped at the road traffic block. We have to sort of drag them out and say, this is not your car, and you can't drive anything. Not your car, not our car, certainly." So that's the trouble when you take too much alcohol. And to save all of your money and to save all of your time so you don't have to worry about going to court and stuff, that's why we have Ajahn Brahm's party, which I hope you can have lots of fun, but also you don't have to worry about driving home because you've got no alcohol in your system at all. Although it's very hard to find out where alcohol is. Because I still remember 3 monks, actually they were all senior at the time, senior monks, at a Christmas time. And most of them were Canadian. Because I remember this, they got some Canadian wine gums from one of their parents for Christmas. And wine gums, they're just sweets. That's what I thought. But then after they shared them out with each other, the 3 Canadian monks, they started acting very strange. I don't know if you've ever seen a monk who was drunk, but it's not a pretty sight. I know what it was, because in those wine gums they actually did have alcohol. And because monks are just so sensitive, I haven't had any alcohol in almost 50 years. So if I had a wine gum with some alcohol in it and I didn't know, that would make me go a bit sort of groggy. I wouldn't be able to sit sit still. I wouldn't be able to walk in a straight line. I start to speak in a very strange way. You will understand what I was saying. But anyway, because it was not intentional, I didn't read the instructions. But I always remember just how even a little bit of alcohol could affect them so much. And on a serious note, that I remember, I can make jokes about many things, but one, probably not just one, but the worst funeral which I've ever taken in Western Australia was of a young Chinese girl. She's about 21, 22, and she had come from mainland China. Her family members, her mother and father, had worked so hard to be able to send her to university, and then to Curtin University. And she graduated. She worked so hard, and the parents were obviously so pleased with their daughter. They managed to scrape together enough money to get a flight to Perth to come to their daughter's graduation. And when they came to their daughter's graduation, it was like a dream come true. Their only daughter had graduated, had got a life. And then, while they were walking down the high street in Gosnells, a drunk person lost control of their car, and in front of the 2 parents, they slammed into their daughter and killed her in front of the parents' eyes. and I did the funeral service for her. And that's one of the saddest funeral services I've ever done. The parents couldn't understand any English. You could see they were totally confused. Once they had a daughter, now they saw her mowed down by a drunk driver in a car in front of their eyes, and all their hopes, all their dreams of the future were shattered. So when I saw that, yes, I do tell jokes about people drunk driving, but also there's a serious side as well, so please don't do it. Tell your friends about stories such as that. There's other ways. If you are silly enough to want to go and take some alcohol, please don't drive your car on the way home. You never think there's going to be an accident, but there's too many, and the chances are just not worth it. So anyway, now we're going to start our little New Year's Eve party. So I have a job for Eddie. You've just come in. Could you please come in here? I have a job for you. Come. So there is numbers here, and I want you to give actually we probably need two people. Could you also get up and give numbers to people? You can go that side, Fenderable, you can go this side. So, a number, one to each person. And you can't, I'm going to split you all up, and then after you got your number, then we're going to get all the ones to go together, all the twos to go together, all the threes to go together, fours, fives, sixes, sevens, eight, nines, and you have to move. Oh, you're doing it, okay. Actually, how many people are in here? Maybe 200? I don't know. Anyway, we'll soon find out. And even the kids have to move. They can't stay with their mummy or daddy. Please take a number each. And you find the sixes and nines, they've got a line underneath them. The line has to be on the bottom, so you know the difference between a 6 and a 9. Now these numbers, for the Thai people, these are not lottery numbers. So you're not going to win any money. So please don't give them an importance which they don't deserve. And once you have those numbers, then we're going to ask you to congregate together, introduce each other, and then afterwards we've got this little, some questions about Buddhism, and oh yes, and some wonderful prizes. The main prize, this is only going for the people who win. There's been 9 groups, this is for the winning group. It's going to be these specially signed, I only signed these this afternoon, New Year's Eve happiness certificates, signed by me. And it reads, New Year's Eve happiness license. You need a license for everything these days. This document officially grants the bearer a perpetual right to be happy, for any reason or no reason at all, without let or hindrance, from 0:01 a.m. on the 1st of January 2024. Let no one infringe this right. Signed, Ajahn Brahm. So if anyone infringes the right for you to be happy, they get in big trouble with me. So only the winning team gets that. And also, for the people who probably give the standout answers, I've got them here somewhere. These are left over from last year. Checks. Are monks allowed to have checks? They're allowed to have these checks. There's only 2 of these. And this is drawn off a bank which never goes bust. It never gets brought out. It never gets brought over. This is Karma Bank, a division of Samsara Insecurities Limited. This is dated a few years ago, 31st of December 2019, but it is still valid. Pay against this check to, whoever gets one of these, I'll write the name there, the sum of merit points. So we don't do dollars or pounds or stuff like that, or ringgit. This is pay against this check to, whoever it is, the sum of merit points, 1 million only. 1 million merit points. And what can you do with these? What you do with these, it says, payable in your next life. Signed Ajahn Brahm. So there's 2 of these available for the lucky people. Hello?
You got the Catholic Church in trouble with Martin Luther handing out those things.
This is payable in the next life. Doesn't get me in trouble. Okay. So of all the... I haven't been past all the... Okay, I think most of the... You got any numbers left? Okay, please. You won't have a chance to get any 1 million merit point checks or happiness licenses or anything else if you don't have one of the numbers. Is there many left? You better take them, otherwise no chance for any merit points. Excellent. There's some over there. Okay. So, now you can leave, there's plenty of chairs around, so can I have number 1s in this place over here? Number 1 in this little corner. Anyone who's got a number 1 in this corner, say hello to each other. Number 2 next to them on that side, on the chairs. Number 1s, number 2s, number 3s in the center, 4s, 5s, 6 behind them, 7 behind them, 8 and 9. It's always confusing.
I'll work it out.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the back 6, 7, 8, 9. And please say hello to each other, introduce each other, who you are, because many of you wouldn't have met each other before. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at the back. 9 over the back there. Kind of really cheating. Okay, round ones. Now, can you put it the other way around? Fold them all. Fold them. I'm going to give them out, but they kind of, yeah. Now I'm going to be giving out the questionnaire once you are organised. That might take forever, but let's give it a try. These are secret questions, so I've got to be fair to everybody. No, that's good enough. And I want you to, can you walk and give 1 to each group? 3 to the 1s, 3 to the 2s, 3 to the 3s. And actually, no, we're going with 2, isn't it? 2 to each group. You got 18. Yes, right. 2. 2 to each. Okay, we're getting close. Now you've got to take one. If you don't take one, you can't have a chance to win merit certificates. Actually, I should have got demerit certificates as well and give it out to anybody who cheats, doesn't play according to the rules of the game. There you go. Wow, you did a lot. How many you got there already? $15, $16, $17, $18, yeah. Now once these questions are given out, you have to keep them folded until I ring the gong, and once the gong is rang, then you can open them and the group together can discuss what the answers are. And I give you maybe about 5 minutes or 6 minutes, and then once you think you have the answers, then I will ask each group to say what answers you've got. There'll be 2 sheets for each group, exactly the same, just so you don't have to spend too much time reading them. They're in English. I do apologize. None of the questions are in Bangla or in Bahasa or Sanskrit. Here we go. That's it. So would you offer them out? And I'll be looking. You can't open the secret questions. This is group 1. Wow, so many group 1s. Group 2s. You can give 2 to each one, yeah. Group 3s. Group 4s. Group 5s. There's only 1 in group 5. Goodness gracious. More. And group 6. Group 7. Over there. Don't have a look yet. Yes, turn it over so you can't see it. Is that the questions? Yeah, turn over. Otherwise you get advantage. 8, 9, and 9. Very good. So you give them all out now? 8. Hasn't got one. Where did 8 go? Goodness gracious. Oh, okay, here we go. No, this. Someone's got 2 people got 8s. Hey, there was 9, there was 18. Oh my goodness. Okay, who's group 1? Have you got 2 sheets? Group 2's got 2 sheets. Group 3. Group 4 has got 2 sheets. Group 5, 2 sheets. Group 6, 2 sheets. Group 7. Group 8, you got 2 sheets. Group 8 yet? Have they? What's happening? Group 9? Okay. Has Group 8 got their sheets now? Goodness gracious. Okay, well, look, but one of the other groups, the two sheets are exactly the same. So can we have maybe the group 7 over there just hand one sheet? You got it on? You got them already? Okay, now give it to the. Okay, give it to group 8. Where's group 8? Over there. Have you got any sheets? You have. Okay, they found their sheets. Okay. Now, here we go. Are you ready? No cheating. Go. Please work together to see if you can find out the answers. At least they participate. Sorry?
About 17 to a group, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty big group.
Yeah.
Glad we cut out extra tickets.
Yeah. I've only got 16 happiness licenses, but that's close enough.
Someone will have to be Bodhisattva.
Yeah. Okay. That's 5 minutes. Hard? This is the easy ones. Wait till you see the next ones. Okay, the time is ticking down. They're still talking, so I'm just going to enjoy. At least they get involved, which is good. And the kids as well. Sorry?
Not so many time people.
No, there's a couple. Yeah. They'll come afterwards. They'll come tomorrow as well. Okay, the time is ticking down. Are you ready? Finished? Good. Okay. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a half, a quarter. Okay.
People have just walked in.
That's okay, they can join. Yeah, those who are late can join any group. So, the question number 1. Can a stream winner take a selfie. Now, a stream winner, one of the reasons we form this question is a stream winner has got no self, and they know they've got no self. So how can a stream winner take a selfie? Any objection? Sorry? His non-self can take a picture of his non-self.
A non-selfie, she said.
A non-selfie, yeah, but it didn't say we can take a selfie. That's one of the reasons why that when you serve us food, we can't just take the food ourselves. It has to be offered to us, because some of the monks are advanced, and you can't have a self-service if you've got no self. So that's why we need you. Okay. So how many of you put the answer no? Number one. Okay. So please remember that's a tick. You didn't answer it? Okay, I'll trust you. Next one. How many years has Ajahn Brahm existed? Who said that? Did you say 49? The answer is 39. Because you're not an Ajahn until you've spent 10 years as a monk. Okay. That's good. Next one should be very easy for you. And I'm glad that Ksenia, our president, is on retreat, having a nice quiet time, because if you all got this question wrong, she'd be very upset. How many years has the BSWA been established? 50. Yeah, we've been trying to celebrate that. And any emails or newsletters you see, 50 down there. How many of you got that wrong? Oh. Okay. This next question is always interesting. I did check this up on the internet, it's true. Which is bigger in land area? Land area. Dhammaloka or the Vatican City? You know how much power the Vatican has? Which is bigger? That's right. Dhammaloka 583 or 63? 583. The Vatican is only 121 acres. It's really small. So I expect great things of Dhammaloka in the future. We might elevate Ajahn Hasapanya to be the Pope. I can only tell such things when she's not here. Now the next question is a tough one. How many books has Ajahn Brahm written? It's an important thing for me to know, because remember I keep telling that story that it was a Japanese monk told me years and years ago that anyone who writes a book has to spend the next 7 lifetimes as a donkey. So how many books have I written? And the answer is 2. Those 2 books, Opening the Door of Your Heart and The Mindfulness Bliss and Beyond. All the other books are either translations or they are, what do they call it? Transcriptions of some of the talks which I've given, all put together. But what I actually wrote was just 2. So I've only got 14 lives as a donkey. Thank goodness. Too much work. Okay, so now I want to know the scores, because there are 3 teams are going to be eliminated as we go to round 2. They're going to go to cessations. So, group 1, how many did you get out of 5? 3. Group 2, 1. Group 3, 4. Wow. 5's got 3. 6, 4, 7. Group 8, 2. Group 9 got 3. Okay, how many of the groups got 4? That's group. No, who got 4? 7, 3, and who else? Only 2 groups got 4. 3 groups. Okay, you're eliminated. Look, I told you many times, we don't want to win sports or come top. We're so compassionate and kind that we always want to come last so we can have a much easier life. So for those of you who think you were winners, you're the first to get eliminated. So we've got just 6 groups left. Those of you who've been here before know that Ajahn Brahm's always up to such tricky stuff. Keep that in mind. This is round 2. Okay. Oh yeah, we've got to fold them up. So we're doing now round 2. There should just be 6 groups who can enter round 2. Those smart Alex get eliminated. Okay. And these are tougher questions on round 2. But don't worry, because if it's tough questions and you don't get them right, you can still win so much. But of course, you all know the rules can change. That's right, it's mine. Okay, is that it? Yeah. Okay. Now there's only 1 for each of the groups this time, 6. So, those groups who are still in, could you put your hand up? Now don't cheat. Okay. Don't look at it yet. Over there. It's good. 3. Should be 6 groups left. Let's come over there. It gives exercise for my attendant monk. You'd never find me walking all over here. Okay, it's more? 2 more? Okay. One in the back? Okay, this is only for... You got one already? Okay, one over there. Oops. So what groups are left? Who was eliminated? Who was eliminated last? That's number 3? 6 is gone. And? 7, 3, 6 and 7. Yeah, they're very unlucky numbers. So now group number 1, 2, 4, 5, 8 and 9. Are you ready? Are your brains poised? Off you go. They're harder questions, so I'll give you a bit longer. These are good questions. I like these ones. Many of yours. I like this. In the groups 3, 6 and 7, you're so lucky. You don't have the stress of trying to find the best answers. To lose at the early stage is always the best. You did excellent, well done. Okay, we have 2, 3 or 4 minutes. The time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Time is flying past. Are you ready? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are easy ones. Okay. Hope you all got your answers ready. So the answer to the first question, true or false? Are you ready? Buddhists must always speak gently. True or false? True or false? Buddhists must always speak gently. Explain. The answer is false. It's wonderful when Buddhists don't speak at all, especially on retreats. So the right answer is false. It does say Buddhists must always, so it's false. The next one, can a fully ordained Buddhist monk have a gold tooth? But we're not supposed to have gold, are we? Are we? No, the answer is yes. If you already got it before you ordained, then you can keep it. We do have one monk down in Albany, you know, Venerable Mudu, that's got a gold tooth. And so he asked me, should he have that taken out when he becomes a monk? No, as long as he got it before he was a monk, then that's okay. So the answer is yes, he can. Now the next one, this question came from Venerable Dayalu sitting next to me. It's a very good question. To whom did the Buddha's first disciples go for refuge? And the first disciples, they were 2 lay people. So the answer is they went for refuge to the Buddha and the Dhamma. There was no Sangha at that time. So the answer was to the Buddha and Dhamma. Who got that one right? Yay, you're really clever. The next one, I hope you know this one because I've made so much speeches about this. Who called, he became very famous, who called a fully enlightened Buddha a shaveling, that fake ascetic? And that was Ajahn Sujato's translation. Who called a fully enlightened Buddha a shaveling, that fake ascetic? Sorry? No. That was Jyotipala, who later was reborn as Siddhartha Gautama. That's our Buddha. In a previous life, he didn't even recognize Kassapa the Buddha, who lived in the same region as he did. And he never wanted to see him. He called him a shaveling, that fake ascetic. Eventually, his friend Gatikara forced Jyotipala to come and listen to Kassapa the Buddha. And once he listened to him, he became so inspired that Jyotipala became a monk himself. At first he started by calling him a fake ascetic, and then eventually he ordained under Kassapa. And then he was reborn as Siddhartha Gautama, and he became our Buddha. That's in the Gatikara Sutta. So if you got that right, thank you, you've been listening to me. No one else has. Anyone else got that right? Oh, wow. The next one is even more difficult. After the Buddha, who was the best teacher? What did you say?
Ajahn Brahm.
Ajahn Brahm. Oh, come on. Sariputta, no. This was also a very important question and answer. When the Buddha passed away, before he passed away, he said, "Your teacher, once I pass away, will be the Dhammavinaya." So the best teacher was not a person, was the teachings. And that was did you get that one right? Wow, you guys are really smart. No. So, group 1, how many did you get right? How many? 1. Group 2, how many did you get right? You got 3. Oh. Group 4? You only got 2? Okay. Okay. Okay, 5? You got 2. 6? Oh, you got already gone. 8? 1 and 2/3. Okay. And group 9? You got 1? 2? Okay. So this time, I told you I always change the rules. So it is the ones who got worse. They're the ones eliminated. So the one who got 1, the one who got 1 and 2/3, that's group 1 is eliminated. Group 8 is eliminated. We got 2, what was it, group 4 and 5, and no, 5 and 9 both got 2. Is that correct? Okay, which 2 did you get right? Number 1 and number 3. Oh yeah. Who the Buddha's first disciple go for refuge? You got 1 and 3 right. Okay, that's pretty good. 2 and 3. Okay. But what about group 9? Which one did you get right? The same. And group 5? 1 and 5. Actually, the 5 was the best answer, I think. Okay, I'm going to prefer 5. So, group 1, 5 and 8. Of course. That's one of my privileges. They call me here not the spiritual director of the BSW Way, but the spiritual Dictator, yes. Okay, so we've got 1, 5 and 8 are the last 3 remaining. Eh? That's right, isn't it? You got the one who got 3, 3 and one of the 2s. So you haven't been eliminated yet, Chris. It's not that easy to get eliminated. Okay, so we got the next round 3, the final round. So, much better to do it this way. Yep. Okay, you can take it off. Give one each. For these wonderful prizes of New Year's happiness license. Everyone else will have to be miserable. Okay. Well, 3 over there. Eh? One, 5 and 8. You didn't get one? 1, 5 and 8 supposed to. 7 were eliminated a long time ago. 1. Oh yeah, 1 was eliminated, yeah. So it is 2, 4 and... Oh yeah, that's right. 2, 4 and 7. No, 2, 4 and 9. Is that right? Yeah. 2, 4 and 9. I think I'm going to get eliminated. So, group number 2, you got 3 right, correct? So you should have the round 3. You got 1, 2, yeah. 4, you got 1. And number 9, you got. Have you got a? But have you got 1? Yes. Great. Okay, so it's all worked out. Okay, so come on, have a look. Two, 4, 9. These are tough questions. For those who haven't got the question sheet, I'll tell you what the questions are, and then in a few minutes we'll hear what the answers are. The first question, for those interested, who was the first to see the Buddha? Who was the first to see the Buddha? 2. Who served as the doctor of the Buddha? 3. How many precepts are there for practicing lay Buddhists? 4. What psychic power did Ajahn most excel? And last of all, the last question, can stream winners be concerned about winning at quizzes? Do people on the path to enlighten worry about winning anything? Are you ready? 1 or 2 minutes. And then the New Year's happiness licenses get passed out. We should have a couple of questions there just in case there's a tie. Okay. Are you ready? Coming. Okay, let's see what you've got. The first question. Who was the first to see the Buddha? Just answers, but it's very deep question, deep answer. Because it was based on the statement, the one who sees the Buddha sees the Dhamma. The one who sees the Dhamma sees the Buddha. So the first actually to see the Buddha be the one who sees the Dhamma, the Buddha himself. Did anyone get that right? No. You got it right, did you? She did. Wow. Buddha. Excellent. Did you get it right? No. What's the other one? Where are they? Okay, anyway, only one people got it right. Who served as the doctor of the Sangha? No. It's only part of the Sangha, Jivaka, served. That's not the right answer. How many times did I mention that story of that disciple who decided to keep the 5 precepts, and he always said, when he was served alcohol at work, he said, "No, I can't have alcohol, I'm a Buddhist." And his friends said, "Oh, Buddhist, wonderful, wonderful, let go, come on, let go, have a drink." So he changed his excuse. He said, "No, I can't have a drink because of doctor's orders." And I said, "You can't keep one precept by breaking another. You know, you're not under the orders of the doctor." He said, "Yes, I am, of the Dr. Buddha." The Buddha compared himself to being a doctor. So it's under Dr. Buddha's orders. So who served as the doctor of the Sangha? Still serving the Buddha. How many got that right? Did you? You did. Yay, smart. How many precepts are there for practicing Buddhists? What about 8 precepts? Even that's wrong. Not really, because that's more like you wear brown robes as 10 preceptor. But no, these are all tricky questions, I admit that. 9 precepts. 9 precepts, because the 3rd precept for 5 preceptors is kamesu michachara, that's not having any sexual misconduct. And the 3rd precept for 8 preceptors is different. It means not having any sensual contact at all with the other gender. So there is actually 9 precepts for lay people. You take 5 of those as a 5 preceptor, 8 of those as an 8 preceptor. So the answer is 9. Did anyone get that right? 8 precepts. Yeah, and the first 5 are not the same as the 5 precepts. One of them is different. Which means that there are 9 precepts in all. 5 of those you take as a 5 preceptor, another 8 you keep as a 8 preceptor, and there's one as an 8 preceptor you don't take, and that's the sensual restraint or sexual restraint, because you're not on the 8 precepts, but it's on the 5 precepts. It's a different precept. I got my work cut out next year. Okay, 8 minus 5 is 3. At what psychic power did Ajahn Chah most excel? We've only got 2 groups. What are they? You're going to lost through. Too many bits of paper over here. This is only for group 2, 4 and 9. What psychic power did Ajahn Chah excel? Group 2. Sorry? Mind reading. Group 4? Mind reading. Group 9? Well done. That's the correct answer. Teaching the Dhamma. That's why Ajahn Chah was famous. And I would put my hand up because he read my mind before. I know that. But what he really excelled at was a great teacher of the Dhamma. At Ajahn Chah's funeral service, it was televised, and as it was being televised, there's a couple of senior monks there, I think including Ajahn Sumedho and another couple of senior monks, and the interviewer asked them online, they were not online, so on air, live to air, did you see Ajahn Chah? You actually see it yourself, excelling in any one of the psychic powers. And the monks were silent. And one of the lay supporters put their hand up and said yes. And everyone went quiet. And he said, what did you actually see him do? He said, I saw him teaching the Dhamma to thousands and thousands of people. And all the other monks were just so upset. Oh, I wish I'd have said that. Because that's the only psychic power which the Buddha praised, the ability to teach. So, last question. Can stream winners be concerned about winning at quizzes? No. So anyway, let's see. The answer is no, of course. So, the group 2, how many did you get right? Oh my goodness. Group 4. You got 3. Goodness. Group 9. No explanations.
It says explain.
It does just say, shh. You got 1. Only 1. All right. Oh, that's going to be tough now. So what was your excuse? What were you trying to explain? Which question was this? Okay. Okay. You still only get 2 though. So group 4 got 3, group 9 got 2, and group 2 got 1. And of course the winner is not the one who comes top, not the one who comes bottom, but the middle way. So of course, group 9 are the winners. Yay! Okay, so would you please come up to receive your happiness licenses? You better come up quick. Your prize, happiness license. How many of you are there in the group? Now I expect you to be really happy. No, I can't give it away. I can put your name on it afterwards. Congratulations. 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 Of course, yeah. Thank you. A great sacrifice. I'm guaranteeing your happiness forever. Here we go. Be happy. Go on. Oh, you can have this one first. Excellent. Here we go. How many of you are there? That's why you won, yeah. Oh my goodness. Have I got 20? I think I've got 16. Here we go. I'll have to get some more out for you later.
What about the karma checks? Is that going to...
Oh yeah, we can do that. Almost. We've only got one left. So, only one left. So you want to... Okay, come here. So instead... Oh, you can give it away. No, you come here. Well, he gave it away, so he hasn't got anything, so he's the one who gets this one. 1 million merit points. Congratulations. So I also had a few other prizes. So what's the group 4? How many of you are there? How many is that? 10.
We all were talking and we reckon for the middle row, very low group.
Okay. Well, come over here. You have to share these presents out. One is a stinky candle. I mean a fragrant candle. Here we go. It's for you. I've only got one of them. Who's the youngest? You're the youngest? Okay. That's yours. Who's a Buddhist Santa Claus? Come on, Chris. Chris, you can come. Okay. No. It's very rare to find a Santa Claus who's meditating. And for those in this group, if you can tell me, you know what this is? You know the one inside the other? Now I've left something inside of this one. I took what was usually inside of it, a little one, a baby one, and I put something else inside. So in this group, what do you think I put inside? Yeah, come on. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, brilliant. Open it up and see. She's a genius. Go on. Yeah. Open up and see. Still more to go. Yes, the message. You know where I got the message from? Yes, the newspaper. She's a genius. What's it say?
Don't worry, kid. Surely this one's going to be better.
Yeah, 2024. Best wishes for 2024 from Father Time. Excellent. Okay, it's yours. No, the whole thing. And it's a cool one, which goes right in the centre. And this is the box it comes in. Here we go. I put it like that. Now you've got to put it together again properly. And so all the others in that group who came second, please come up because I've got these little fridge magnets. Relax to the max. How many of you are in the group who didn't get a present? How many? I've got heaps of them. One, three, four. Look, you always get lots of joy giving presents to me. This is my way of paying back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got to take one. Okay. Please come and take one. You're a genius.
Yeah, she kept the team alive.
What did you do? Try and kill it?
I just tried to give them a bit of morale.
Ah, good, excellent.
And I guess the gold too.
Okay.
Because I know
You know this 1 million merit point check? Who do you think it should go to? Oh no, this one's for you. For you. I can give it to... Here we go.
She abandoned the message.
Oh yeah. Who was really smart in your group? No one. Who?
this lady and this young girl.
I think actually, sorry? Come here. I mean, they were very smart. But you can't use this until your next life. So you have to wait for a long, long, long time. Okay. So thank you all for joining in. I have many more of these. If any of you wish for one, please come up and you can get these little fridge magnets relaxed to the max for your fridge. And I think especially for you who are really stressed out, I know I've talked to many of you who get stressed out, put this in your fridge. If you can't put it on your fridge, put it on your head. So you never need to get stressed out again. Thank you all for joining in. Hopefully that just broke the ice, even though it's a hot evening. And now you can please have something to eat and some fellowship. This is now 10 o'clock. And then later on we can have a little meditation and talk and chanting at midnight. Excellent. So thank you all for joining in. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.